Alright, sorry about that. We took a bit of a power hit here. So, things really blew up in like the 30 minutes to an hour I was gone. So, let's roll down the line. First off, we do have a tornado warning now with this main line that was in my own area. Let's see here. I did see tweets of a rotating wall cloud with this storm. Give me the I don't care about the cell. I don't care. Give me the warning. Fuck you. So in 4 minutes. Anyway, Sherlock's Cable Police was located in Mudville or Munfordville. Let's go ahead and see how this storm is looking on radar. It's got that supercellular shape, but and it does have some rotation with it. I can see them extending this tornado warning longer due to that right there. Because the rotation has gotten stronger since the warning was issued. So we're gonna keep an eye on that storm. Moving further to the east, we have one storm that has now a second tornado warning on it, which doesn't. This one. No, this one. Now the supercell looks like. Which does have, oh my god, a strong rotation couplet with it. Let's see a play-by-play of that. Oh yeah, it's gradually gotten stronger. Let's go ahead and take a look at the correlation coefficient and see if we have any debris. Don't exactly have a hook. Okay. So we might have a confirmed tornado on the ground. I haven't even read the warning message yet. So let's go ahead and read the warning message. Just because I'm not aware of it. Assuming it'd be this one. It's for those people whose tornado was located near Bush. Okay, so this is probably our main storm going to be right here, because there is a pretty strong rotation coupled with it, as well as correlation coefficient. Let's look at high res instead. I don't like looking at that one. Super res correlation coefficient. Yeah, I can see there being a tornado in here for sure. We'll keep our eyes on that one. And just down here we have another one. Another severe thunderstorm with a tornado warning on it. That's not what I wanted to do. Any closer radars to this one? They're all kind of like in a bad area. I'm gonna probably do us some justice. How's this one looking on correlation coefficient? Also showing, well, no, not really. Reflectivity data, or velocity, I mean. Reflectivity. Okay, damaged radar. Love it. Let's read the warning message on this one. Expires in 1 minute anyway. So we have no confirmations yet, which is always a good sign. But it looks like our main focus for a tornado is going to be on this one that's extended the warning. So it's going to be heading just north of Popular Bluff as of 4:37 p.m. So in the next 10 minutes, if we do have a tornado, that is. Okay, it's again not confirmed yet. Not confirmed. Which once again is always good. However, velocity data was showing a pretty significant rotation couplet. I'm assuming that changed based on the radar. Let's go into just velocity data here so we can bounce between radars. I think it was this one? This one maybe? Yeah, it was this one. That showed the strong couplet right there. So if we do have a tornado in this storm, it's going to be, that's a little delay, it's going to be right here. Yeah. It does seem like it's diminished over the time. It's gotten weaker. Right there was its strongest point, so we could have had a brief tornado on the ground. with this one. It would not have surprised me. However, Paducah has decided to continue the tornado warning for it. As for our storm over here, we've got several more severe thunderstorm warnings southeast of Boonville. One's in Bowling Green. A few more severe thunderstorm warnings out here, but since we have tornado... Oh! I just realized that. Okay, so, like I said, just because of that little couplet, they did extend the tornado warning for the next 44 minutes. So now tornado warning for Jackson and Lawrence and Sharp counties until 6:15 p.m. If not capable of producing a tornado is located 10 miles southeast of Ash Flat, moving east at 35 miles an hour. Radar indicator rotation. Flying debris will be dangerous to those caught without shelter. All the good stuff. Why is my radar keep exiting? Stop it. Alright, so they let the previous one expire and they have extended the warning. So this one's probably gonna be... No, I forgot. Damaged. So we're gonna have these two tornado warning storms over here, both showing some rotation. That's little couplet. I didn't want to play it. That little couplet right in there, as well as we have that couplet right there, and then that little couplet right there. Nothing's been confirmed. Correlation coefficient, might be showing something here. Let's do a play-by-play on that. Okay, no. But it is rotating. So if there's a tornado in this storm, let's get my cursor off that. Stop it. Here. It's gonna be right in here. Let's do a track on that. It's gonna be approaching Smithville at 4:39. It's going to be approaching Powhatan, I think that's what it's called, at 4:54, and you'll eventually be out by Minturn at 5:09. And then debating on how it's kept up by 5:24, we'll decide whether or not a tornado warning is necessary for Sedgwick, Bono, Egypt, Jonesboro, Brooklyn, etc. Alright, let's bounce back north. Okay, that one's expired, so we only have 2 tornado warnings on the board, and it's these 2. Bounce back to the Popular Bluff storm. This one's still... It looks like it's falling apart again. Nothing has been... Fucking radar. Nothing's been confirmed yet. Let me check. Why does that do that? That should not be a thing. Let's see. Nope. See what the latest from Twitter is. Paducah is just shooting out severe thunderstorm warnings on those storms. Muhlenberg County once again is under a severe thunderstorm warning. Tornado warning for Walteridge, Hoxie, Black Rock. Wow. A lot of things fucking exploded in the time since I've been gone. That's great. So we have at least 41 more minutes on the air. Let's just move up here real quick just to start calling out these storms. Without that, there is rotation on that storm, however. And there's also TVS being detected over here. So we could see tornado warnings on this cluster again shortly. But let's look at the reflectivity data on this. We have a couple cells. This one is this one looking like a supercell right here. It's got that shape. Just not the Bowling Green. It's got a little hook echo, a fat hook echo on it. So fat hook echo, some broad rotation, and possible TVS. So we could see a tornado warning there shortly. My area is done with the storms for now. I did experience some flooding, as well as we experienced a power hit. I can see severe thunderstorm warnings being issued out ahead of these as well. This is where our cold front's going to be forming, right here. These storms are forming along the cold front, pushing that way. Surprisingly enough, our main tornado threat for the day was supposed to be that major storm, the big storm system we saw. We gave it too much credit in terms of what it can form, because it didn't form really anything. Anyway, back to these cells. This little fat supercell right here, as well as, honestly, they're both supercells. This is the type of supercellular development we've been expecting all evening. We do have the storm to the south here that's beginning to rotate as well. So there's going to be an updated rotation on this storm. Our tornado potentially is going to be approaching Smithville very shortly. Our tornado is going to be right in here if we have one. Right where that hail core is too. That's pretty common to have a tornado surrounded by large hail. We got a new warning apparently. Well, it's a special marine warning, so I'm not really caring. Uh-oh. Okay, so we just got this from the Nimbus Paducah. Tornado warning continues for Fisk, Missouri and Boomer, Missouri until 5:45. I'm assuming that's the same storm I'm looking at right now. No, we're looking at this storm. We're shooting back north now because we are getting reports of a confirmed tornado on this storm. Okay, here we go. At 5:34 p.m., a confirmed large and extremely dangerous tornado was located near Poplar Bluff, moving east at 50 miles an hour. Law enforcement confirmed tornado. The tornado was reported approaching northwest side of Poplar Bluff near Highway 67. Okay. So, this is going to be our main focus now. We now have a tornado just very close to Poplar Bluff. A large, damaging tornado. We need to get like the closest radar possible to this storm, which would be, oh Jesus, not that. Which would be this one. That's way better. Yeah, okay. There's our new tornado warning on it. God damn. So our tornado, if our confirmed tornado is going to be right in here, moving towards the northeast side of Poplar Bluff. I can guarantee there's about to be some scary ass wording in this tornado warning message. National Weather Service in Paducah has issued tornado warning for central Butler County and southeastern, Missouri until 6:15. Confirmed large, extremely dangerous tornado is located near Poplar Bluff, moving east. Law enforcement confirmed tornado. You're a life-threatening situation. Flying a relay dailies to the Cobble shelter. Mobile homes with damage destroyed. You know that. Tornado will be near Fisk around 5:50 p.m. Oh man, observed tornado with considerable damage possible. So let's look at the correlation coefficient, see if we can find a debris ball on this thing, because it not reflectivity, it is a confirmed tornado now. Yeah, we can see it's probably starting to start kicking up debris. Yeah, so in this wide area. So let's go back to our rotation velocity. A large damaging tornado has been reported and it's approaching Poplar Bluff. So possible tornado emergency shortly for Poplar Bluff. I don't know. Either way, if you are in Poplar Bluff, good God, get down. If you were in the path of this storm at all, get down. They've observed a large damaging tornado. Yep, 51 seconds to go from Paducah. Confirmed tornado moving into the north side of Popular Bluff. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. We have our first confirmed tornado of the night. This is what we were expecting. We were expecting this type of development in these types of tornadoes. Whether this is going to be a long track tornado, we don't know. However, we do know it is a pretty large tornado. And it has been observed by law enforcement moving into the northeast side of Popular Bluff, so it's probably there. It's probably in Popular Bluff right now, or Poplar Bluff, however you pronounce that. I feel like the other radar is actually giving us a better view. No. KPAH, Paducah's radar. This is a life-threatening situation. Do not mess around with this, guys. And play this loop here while we get the next we're getting reports of damage in Poplar Bluff now. All right. Poplar Bluff is getting hit by this large tornado. It's on the ground. This is a very scary situation. I'm keeping an eye on Twitter right now because that's really all I am able to do. As well as I'm trying to get the latest, this next warning going up. This is, wasn't expecting to come back from power hit to actually watching our first of possibly many tornadoes tonight. We've been preparing for this all day. We saw this coming. We did see a tornado coming at some point today. Hell, we've been forecasting possibly significant tornadoes today. Long track, deadly tornadoes. Whether this will be that is up for grabs at this point. But even so, we can't fuck with it. We have to act. So we're gonna go ahead and get this going. There we go. There's our newest warning going across the top. What's the latest sweep on the storm? Our tornado is gonna be. It's hard to tell because all we can see from this angle, it looks like our tornado is right here. I mean, unless how big is Poplar Bluff? I'm honestly curious. How big is Poplar Bluff? Because if it's taking up this whole space, then I can see how the tornado is already moving into that side. Because our tornado is gonna be right here. This is where our tornado is at. Green is moving toward the radar. Red is moving away from the radar in terms of wind. So this right here being our only little red pocket in the green after an updated sweep, it's actually over here now. That's our tornado. So this is a very dangerous situation. Let's go ahead and stop on the latest sweep. Let's go ahead and double check the correlation coefficient, just see if it's dropping any debris. Not that we can make out at this point, but it has been observed to be causing some damage. So this is as real as it gets. Confirmed tornado. More severe thunderstorm warnings are going out. Oh. Alright, so update. Our storm chaser Reed Timmer is actually on this storm right now. And he is looking at a monster wall cloud west side of Poplar Bluff as of 5:40. Let's see if he's... So he does have a wall cloud, a giant wall cloud at that, but he's not seeing a tornado on the ground. If I can find a way to get this on stream, actually I bet I can. We'll do display capture. Twitter. Okay. So this is what Reed is seeing right now, and this is also his voice.
Here it comes.
Oh yeah.
This is gonna be a tornado. So what's Mike doing? He said call it in. Mike right now is calling this in, calling in the rotation, the developing tornado. This is just in the northwest side of Poplar Bluff.
Oh, don't buffer now. Jesus.
Here, definite RFD occlusion all the way around the up. Here it comes.
Okay, so he's seeing RFD right now. He's seeing a rotating wall cloud as well as something's getting submerged in RFD. So we have law enforcement confirming a large tornado. We have Reed Timmer watching this thing form. We have an update on that tornado warning actually now. Looks like they're going to go ahead and dumb it down to a radar indicated for now. Yeah, it's found that a cable boosting a tornado was located near Poplar Bluff. Okay. Radar! Ugh. So, it's no longer confirmed, but Reed Timmer is watching what he's certain is a tornado forming. So, and I have faith in Reed Timmer. I trust him. So, we're going to have to stay with this one. Moving down south to this other storm. Just checking up on it. Once again, if we have a tornado, it's going to be right here outside the warning polygon. Don't think there's any confirmed tornado with this one either. See that storm was capable to see tornado? Yeah, okay. So no more confirmed tornadoes right now. However, we're not fucking around with this storm up here. Reed's watching we have a rotating wall cloud that's been confirmed. We've had reports of a tornado as well as some damage, but nothing that we can for sure see. Okay. If I had to guess, our tornado is either going to be right here, and then our RFD is coming around this way. So, yeah. We're definitely gonna keep an eye on the storm because I can almost guarantee it's gonna foster a tornado. Let's go ahead and get a decent. I love damage radars. Rotation. Alright, from Paducah, rotation has broadened a bit on the storm just north of Poplar Bluff, but it could tighten again at any moment. Stay sheltered if you're in the tornado warning. We're also now getting reports of baseball-sized hail with this storm. Jesus. Baseball size hail, possible large tornado. Yeah, RFD surrounded by large hail. I believe it. This could easily wrap up at any second and foster a tornado. It's, if anywhere, it's gonna be right in here. Because we're not seeing any good rotation, because by the way the polygon's been posted, you'd think the tornado would be right in here. By the way the polygon is posted. As well as you can see kind of a hook along here. But nothing too good to quote. As a side note, looks like we might be getting some rotation up on this northern cell as well. Kinda not. Can't really tell. I wish Radarscope would let me zoom out while using dual screen. Let's go back to this. We'll go back to our southern storm. No more rotation on it really. That storm, however, is rotating. We have rotation just south of Guin, right here. So we could see a tornado warning on that shortly. And bounce right back up here. See, that would make more sense on this radar, though. Make a lot more sense on this radar, because that would be our tornado right there. But we gotta stick with the closer radar, because that's probably gonna be the most accurate. If I can find it. There it is. They've shortened the warning polygon, which I would love to read. There it is. Tornado remains in effect. Tornado thunderstorm remain over mainly rural areas of central Butler County. Cool. Let's go ahead and check Twitter again. Nothing yet from Reed. No! No! Stop it. Computer's acting up right now. Still nothing from Reed. He's still just watching that wall cloud, so we're still waiting to see what happens here with this storm. So if this thing is fostering a tornado still that no one sees, or is a very small one, it's going to be just now like exiting Poplar Bluff. Not that. It's going to be moving into Fisk. And it looks like it'll impact Fisk dead on. A small town of Fisk. That is, though, if this tornado warning, or if this is still fostering a tornado. If not, this warning will be canceled and people will be getting pretty lucky. I also love the mustache that Reed grew. I just want to point that out. Alright, let's look at the bigger picture here. We have Little Rock's actually getting stormed right now, or near Little Rock. Arkansas is getting some thunderstorms to their northeast as well as their far west counties. New severe thunderstorm warnings been issued out ahead of our previously confirmed tornado. This one still has. This tornado warning still has. It's not going to show me. They both have 20 minutes. So, we're just going to ride these out. Why does it do that? We're just going to ride these out. We can't screw around with these storms though, because these are all isolated supercells. And supercells are mainly known for producing tornadoes. Alright, so flash flood warnings and severe thunderstorm warnings going out in on these storms. This is our main line forming. This one is kind of looking interesting now that I look at it. Ooh! Then we have a hook echo with some rotation on it. Just northeast of Bowling Green, or northwest of Bowling Green. I want to play on that real quick. We're keeping an eye on that storm for sure. Cause that's looking pretty promising actually. This was rotating earlier too. It did have a wall cloud on it. It's got a hook echo. That is a supercell storm right there. So we're gonna really need to watch that one. I can see it being tornado warned any second for that. So just precautions. If you are in Warren and Edmonson counties in Kentucky, be prepared to seek shelter should a tornado warning be issued for this storm. It is forming a hook. It is rotating. In fact, that rotation looks like it's getting stronger. If we look at the correlation coefficient, just see if there's any debris on the ground. We can't make out any debris just yet, but we can make out some rotation. Look at storm relative velocity. Yeah. Right in there. It looks pretty promising for a tornado. So we're definitely going to have to keep an eye on this storm. Very close eye. Storm relative velocity showing us exactly what we want to see for a tornado right in there. Well, technically right in here, but and that's exactly where we have a hook echo on this storm. It's given that shape. It's given that little elbow shape type thing. So we're going to watch that storm very closely. Tornado warning has been canceled for the Jonesboro storm. So if we want to go back to our only tornado warning on the board, see how it's faring. Ooh, it might be ramping up again. Super res. Okay, so it looks like with the storm relative velocity is going to get us what we want. So it might be ramping up. It's supposed to be, if there's a tornado, it's going to be hitting Fisk dead on right now. I doubt there is, but if there is, that's what it's going to be. Be hitting Fisk dead on right now, right in here. I seriously doubt there's a tornado on the ground with this one, but it's got a wall cloud with it. Reed's watching it close, so we'll just see what he comes up with. Significant weather advisory for Greene County, Arkansas. This tornado warning has 15 minutes till it expires, but based on where, good lord, based on where the rotation's at, it will either be canceled or extended within the next 5. So, just to recap, we do have one tornado warning on the board that previously had a confirmed tornado with it. Storm Chaser Reed Timmer is following this storm, and he is watching a giant rotating wall cloud, as well as he has confirmed some RFD. RFD's rear flank downdraft. That's basically when a tornado is forming. It gets like a whole bunch of rain is sucked into its vortex, and can often rain wrap the tornado. So that's what's going on over here. If we shoot to our, forgot what direction this is. Shoot over here. Actually, we should probably use this radar or that radar. That radar. We do have another severe thunderstorm over in Bowling Green that has what appears to be a rotation couplet on it, as well as a hook echo. Whether this will survive or not, that's God's choice, I guess. I think we saw it mainly on this one, where we saw it the most. Yeah. So if there's a tornado with this one, it's going to be entering Plum Springs any minute now. We're still waiting on the NWS in... That's going to be Louisville, isn't it? Can't tell. No, it would probably be Paducah still. Let's click the warning and find out, shall we? Without the cell... Oh my gosh. Pretty sure that's actually in my tri-state region. Oh, it's not. I lied. Probably. Oh, it's Warren Evans, and yeah, yeah, it is Louisville storm. So we're gonna see what. Fuck, oh my Jesus. We're gonna see what Louisville wants to do. Dudley. Looks like our tornado warnings have expired across the board. That's great. I'm scared. I'm in Dudley, really close. OMG, I see it. Let me get back to this radar. Are you seeing the wall cloud that Reed Timmer was reporting? Shit, now this thing's not even showing any rotation at all. Tornado warning was allowed to expire on this storm. Rotation does not seem like it's going to wrap up anytime soon. We'll just see what Reed ends up doing. For right now, severe thunderstorm warning does remain in effect on this storm until it's going to be, it looks like it's until the top of the hour. No, until 6:45 p.m. Central. So we're going to keep eyes on this storm, see if it's going to wrap back up. Keep eyes on our southern storms over here that are all firing off nonstop. A whole bunch of isolated supercellular development. And then we're going to keep an eye on our Kentucky storms, which we do have one supercell looking like it's trying to ramp something up. So we will keep the latest alerts as fast as I can, since now that we're in like big severe weather mode, it's going to be real hard to keep up with every new severe alert. I'll keep up with as fast as I can, scrolling across the top of your screen, as well as any new updates that come on with the tornado watches and stuff. Alrighty, already coming back. We have a new severe thunderstorm warning on the storm behind our previous tornado warning storm, which Reed is also going to be intercepting probably. Poplar Bluff, you're under the gun once again. Thunderstorm warning for Butler County until 6:45 p.m. Quarter-size hail and 45 or 65 mile an hour winds are the main concerns. It's moving at 45 miles an hour. Poplar Bluff, Fisk, Hendrickson, Brush, Arbor, and Rumbar County or cities areas are the main going to be in the path of the storm. Keep you updated with this. Once again, this is going until 6:45, and Reed Timber is going to be watching the storm for potential tornadic development.